Even if you nail the cold email or cold call and get their interest in the discovery and demo calls, if you fail to close the deal because it fizzled out, you'll never hit your sales quota. And from personal experience, I know that pressure. We covered the best cold call scripts and demo scripts in our last few videos, and now it's time for the most important part, closing. If you can't close, you'll have wasted hours and days or more of your time and your company's resources. So if you want job security, watch this video all the way until the end to learn how to get the deal done. Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy and welcome back to B2B Sales and Lead Generation. After your discovery call and demo, there are multiple factors that determine whether you actually close a deal with the prospect. We won't be talking about the initial calls today, so if you want tips on how to nail a demo call, check out that video linked in the description below and give this video a thumbs up. The goal of closing is to get a deal done, pen to paper and digital signatures ASAP. And to do that, we gotta break down the strategy to close. First, you need to discuss next steps with the decision maker. If that's not the person you're already talking to, your goal is to turn them into your champion, aka someone who's willing to go to bat for you and advocate for your product or service. Then you need to get in touch and set up a meeting with the decision maker. But how do you get to that point? Let's talk about the closing strategy that we use here at UpLead if the sales lead you've been talking to is not the decision maker. This is the time to position yourself as a thought leader to your prospect. Reflect and mirror pain points that they've shared in their own words from your calls and, genuinely show that you care about their goals and their well-being. Show them that you're on their side. The first part of your game plan when closing a deal is to really get a pulse check on that prospect. At UpLead, we close on our demo call. So when we're ready to close, we continue asking questions, almost like it's another discovery call. Your objective is to get your lead to fully understand how your product or service will immediately improve their lives, their results, and solve their issues. At this point, you want a light bulb to go off in their head that they don't just want you, they need you. Remember, you're creating your champion. When they understand that what you've shown them is what their business needs, they'll be happy to connect you with the decision maker to discuss pricing and next steps. Try saying, at the beginning of our conversation, you told me that you wanted to address pain points A, B, and C. During the demo, I showed you how we can solve those pain points, and it seems like we've accomplished that. Is that true? Once you get them to answer yes, and you know it's clicking for them, you're that much closer to negotiating and signing. And if you did the discovery call effectively, you already know how your product will integrate into their process. So now you can go even further to seal the deal and say, okay, so are we on the same page that we can integrate without disruption into your current process by X, Y, or Z? Is that correct? Then they'd say yes. They are now your champion because they really do see the ROI and would want to be the one to bring it to their boss. If you want to learn more about discovery call scripts, check out this video linked below. To get a decision maker on the next call, start by asking questions that'll help you gauge what you need to do. Ask them what their process is normally like and who in their organization they see getting a lot of value from your product or service. When they mention names, ask for details on that specific person or people and what they do at the company. If you're not talking to them already, the goal is to book a meeting with someone in the C-suite, preferably the CFO or the CEO, because they're the ones who understand the full scope of where your pricing will fit into their business. But if you're not talking to the decision maker, you want to make sure that you don't accidentally bruise their ego. So instead of saying, when can I talk to your boss? Say, who needs to put their eyes on this in order to move this forward? They may ask to see pricing, but at UpLead, we found that we're more likely to close if we wait to show our pricing until we get to the decision maker. Even though they're your champion, if they're not used to making enterprise purchases, they may not understand the budget or full scope of the price. So if you show them pricing, you could be creating more roadblocks if it's over their perceived budget. Egos can be bruised, and hopefully they won't be, but if your prospect isn't the decision maker and is trying to talk price, hold your ground. This is when you can go powerless on your end and blame it on your boss. Let them know that under strict advisory from your boss or department, you cannot talk about money with them until someone with buying power is in the room. Remind them of the ROI they'll be bringing to the company and request the decision maker's name and contact info. Ideally, you'll also have your champion make the introduction for you. By the way, we'll have a video about sales mentality linked below, and we'll be posting more content about mindset during difficult negotiations. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss it. Once you've gotten to the person who has buying power, it's necessary to drive a sense of urgency right off the bat. Of course, this is after you recap how it solves their specific issues and fits into their process, and you walk through the pricing and packages. Then, immediately remove any obstacles by asking if there's anything standing in the way of signing a deal right this second. Ask them, what do you need in order to feel really good about starting our partnership? For example, say they need 10 seats and don't want to pay the whole cost up front. Start cutting a deal. This is when you can offer extra seats and quarterly payments, but only if they sign today. Let them know that in order for you to bend over backwards for them, you need that commitment right away. Ask, if I can do X, Y, or Z for you to make this deal more doable, where does that put you in the process of your final decision? Until they've made a true commitment to you, you can't make a commitment to them. Tell them what you're giving them, and in return, they sign today. If you're giving them something they want, say that you have a meeting with your boss tomorrow to discuss the deal and need to have an answer before then. If you've built camaraderie or rapport with them, let them know that if you're going to bring up compromises to your boss, then you need to get an answer so that you don't look like an idiot. If they can sign the deal by a certain date and time, they'd be doing you a huge favor and making you look like a rock star to your boss. If they agree to sign, make the adjustments you've discussed to your proposal, send it, and shoot a DocuSign over as soon as possible. But the sooner you can get it signed, the better. People will come up with some interesting excuses. So leave as little room as possible for anything to go south in the interim. When there's momentum, keep it up and get it done. And once it comes time to follow up after they verbally committed, remind them of their own words in your follow-up email. Right? I know you said you'd be able to sign by date and time. Remember to please sign by the agreed upon time. Reminding them of their own words is crucial in holding them accountable. But even if you do everything right during the closing process, you could be missing out on deals by simply not targeting companies who can afford you or need what you're selling. So to increase your chances of closing in the first place, you need to find the right leads who are more likely to convert. A lot of sales data is outdated, so you end up wasting a ton of time. To book more calls and close more deals, try UpLead's Prospector platform, where we guarantee 95% contact data accuracy. Easily find leads that fit your ideal customer profile using UpLead's 50+ search filters, plus sales intelligence features like intent data and technographics for lists of leads that are looking for a solution like yours. It literally takes minutes to pull thousands and thousands of leads that integrate seamlessly into your sales process. We linked a demo in the description below, so check it out. Head over to uplead.com/YouTube or click on the link below to claim your 7-day free trial with 5 free leads and access to our entire database. We have flexible monthly and annual plans, and if you have a bigger team and need an enterprise plan, reach out to us by using this email. It's also listed in the description. Anyway, we're excited to keep sharing real learnings from our sales team, so stay tuned for future videos on sales mentality, live cold calls, and cold email strategies. If this video helped you with your next discovery call, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos on B2B sales, lead gen, cold outreach, and more. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.